Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the program. Today we will discuss as to how the recent floods have badly hit Pakistan and what is the role that the international organizations are playing in order to relieve the people of Pakistan. The recent floods have affected nearly 20 million people. The devastation is huge, and as per the estimates of the National Disaster Management Authority, the estimates are still counting because the floods have not receded and there are many areas where the flood water is still there. Apart from this, more than 9,000 schools have been affected. And once you compare the devastation of the current floods in Pakistan, it is being called as the biggest in the history of Pakistan and probably the biggest at the moment in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, many organizations have come to Pakistan because they want to respond and they want to help the poor people of Pakistan. Of them, ActionAid International is a leading organization which works in more than 42 countries, and they are helping 13 million people worldwide. They have reprioritized the priority of Pakistan so as to give more aid to Pakistan. And today, one of her members is in Pakistan, and we will be discussing with her as to how she is visiting Pakistan, and she's comparing the flood devastation. She is Ms. Karen Brown. She's the Vice Chair of International Board with ActionAid, and she's also a leading media personality, and she's visiting Pakistan during the recent. Ms. Karen Brown, I welcome you to the program, and we are so thankful that you have come to Pakistan to see the devastation and to see how ActionAid can work. So to start with the program, can you briefly tell me as to how ActionAid helps?
ActionAid works with the very poorest people, the poorest of the poorest of the poor. And ActionAid believes in giving voice to these people who are the real experts in how to change their lives. And the way that this is done is by working through local partners, local NGOs and civil society organizations to find the people and to help them build their capacity to withstand the difficulties that they face in their lives.
Right.
This happens around the world, and it happens in particular areas that are selected to work. But also, we learn from the experiences in these areas. We gather up the knowledge that these poor people give us, and from this we can identify what are the policy issues that need to change in order that poverty, really the causes of poverty, really will be addressed. So it's not an organization that's about handouts. It's an organization that works with poor people to really try to change the context in which their lives are led.
Right. So Karen, you've been here in Pakistan, and I've come to know that you have visited some of the areas where the people have been hit by flood. How has been your experience? What have you seen over there?
Okay. When I was coming here, and I was aware of the fact that, of course, the roaring water was not something I was going to see. And so in my mind's eye, I expected that I might not see much sign of devastation. So when earlier in the week we travelled to South Punjab and we went to Kot Adu and Laya, two areas, I was really, really surprised and shocked by the signs of devastation that we did see. Broken infrastructure, bridges you can still see that have been washed away, just the blackening of the cotton crop in the soil, the stagnant water, the fact that the water is just, the earth is like a sponge full of water. The people who bear all the signs, quite understandably, of having been through a really terrible and difficult time. And then the rubble, just everywhere, rubble.
And this is, Karen, exactly what we try to highlight here in the media in Pakistan is that the entire life cycle of the people have been devastated. So it will take a colossal effort to put these people back into their life cycles. But here what I want to ask you further is that did you get an opportunity to talk to the people, and especially women?
Very much so. Spent more than 2 days just talking to the people in conjunction with our partners. And indeed, one of the ways that ActionAid funds its work is through child sponsorship, so also talking to children who are sponsored by people from around the world. And what I